We had to like really scramble to kind of keep orders coming. Like we pretty much maxed out all of our credit cards. We quit our jobs. We went all in. It was insane. Like we could not keep up. Like the risk was worth it. Hi, I'm Matt Jones. I'm the co-founder of Crease Beast. Last year we brought in $1.5 million selling crease protectors. So what Crease Beast is a memory foam crease protector. So for those who don't know what a crease protector is, it's a footwear accessory you put inside your shoe to prevent your shoe from creasing. So we invented this sock designed for our crease protectors. Crease protectors memory foam based, 100% memory foam, super soft. So all you gotta do is slide it into the pocket on top of the sock and then put it inside your shoe, and that'll knock out your creases and it'll prevent creases from forming in new shoes. So we have this 100% memory foam product that pretty much acts as a buffer inside that negative space inside your shoe. And that pretty much knocks out the creases in old shoes and prevents creases from new shoes. So it's a product that has dual benefits to it.
Matt and Xavier started Crease Beast fairly recently, just in 2022.
Well, prior to Crease Beast, I was working in retail as a manager in footwear stores like Skechers, Foot Locker, Nike, you name it. I've worked at a bunch of different stores. So kind of seen the niche developing over time, like people starting to care more about their shoes, wanting the creases out. People were kind of leaning towards buying crease protectors, and I've seen this market gap where like the people were buying the crease protectors that were out there, but they're like these hard plastic shields. I'm like, those cannot be comfortable. So I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do that. So me and my partner got together, started to figure some things out, and we invented our own crease protector.
These are the hard plastic crease protectors of the past, and when you look at reviews, it's true. They seem pretty painful to walk in. I mean, imagine a piece of plastic in your shoe. I personally would not want to wear that. And sneakerheads are paying a lot of money for these shoes, thousands of dollars sometimes, so they definitely want to keep them looking good. How did you go about creating the product?
Me and my partner, we didn't have any manufacturing experience, no engineering experience. First thing we did, we went to like a local seamstress. So we had an idea of how it would look. So we like had them like mock up like a fake little sock, you know, with a pocket on top, just to see if conceptually it would work. I just started ordering a bunch of little soft different products from Amazon, like a small little foam piece or like an air pocket. I was experimenting with a bunch of different things that conceptually could work, and we landed on the memory foam. That was like the most agile product. It allows your feet to flex normally with the memory foam. So I was like, all right, this is the one we got to use. Now we just got to figure out a way to refine it.
Quick break to thank the sponsor of this video, Axio. Axio is an AI-powered sourcing agent created by Alibaba.com.
And Alibaba.com, I'm sure you're familiar with. It's what Matt and Xavier use to create and manufacture Crease Beast. So ACO can do a lot. It can help you find the best manufacturers for your product that are on Alibaba.com, but it can also do product research. It can create 3D diagrams of what your product will look like. Really, it can do a lot of things that are gonna help you communicate with these manufacturers and make the whole process of creating a product easier. Let me show you.
So if you have a product idea like Crease Beast, you can go in and tell it what you're thinking of creating, and it will search for the best manufacturers to help you create the actual product.
So check this out, you guys. I had it make a dog collar that dispenses treats when I press a button because I'm trying to train my dogs. And look, it did all this research. It found the mechanisms that would make this possible because I don't think this is a product that exists. It gave me supplier recommendations for all those mechanisms.
It actually generated a mock-up, and it even makes 3D diagrams of how it would be created. So this is all really helpful when talking to manufacturers.
And then it even gave some concerns to look out for, like making sure it's not too heavy for the dog. Would you wear it, Nicole? I think she would like it, actually, because they're very treat motivated dogs. From here, I could go in and message these suppliers. I could do further research on if this is a good product to actually create, like if there's actually a market for it. And I could kind of manage the whole thing within Axio. I am sure the Crease Beast guys wish they had this when they were first creating their product. If you are someone that has a product idea, definitely helpful for finding manufacturers, for communicating with them, for doing further research, creating mock-ups. It's really cool.
And this week, ACO took a major leap forward, becoming ACO Work, which is an agentic business agent that can run real-world operations.
You get your first few uses for free, so I'll link it down below. You can go play around with it.
So back to Crease Beast, they had a concept for the product, but they had to find a way of getting this mass manufactured.
So we started to look to see like, all right, how do we invent a product? Is there like a company that helps you invent a product? And like, we really couldn't find one. It kind of led us to Alibaba. Alibaba, where you can talk directly to manufacturers. We just pretty much mocked up a design, like, hey, this is what we're trying to, this is our goal. So we sent it to a few different manufacturers. They sent us samples. We went back and forth a few times. It was like over a year-long process. And we had to do a lot of testing with it. Like, I was wearing it every day. You know, we went through different sizes, different kind of cuts. So it was a long process, but you know, it worked out perfect.
And when they finally launched, they sold out their first order within 2 months.
I mean, that first order, like, we pretty much maxed out all of our credit cards. We quit our jobs. We went all in. Like, you know, it was just a faith thing. We knew it would work. We just had a feeling, that intuition told us, like, just go for it, because we knew, like, the market needed it. So it's like, you know what? Even though it is very risky, we're willing to put up that risk. And we only ordered 2,500 units to start. As soon as we put it on the market, it blew up immediately. I mean, we were sold out within 2 months. So we're like, all right, like, this clearly works. Let's keep going. I made a full-time job immediately. Like, I quit my job like a year before we even started it. Like, it was just kind of one of those things, like, you know what? It's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to keep going. So the first year, I mean, I told you we had sold out pretty quickly on that very first order. So we were sold out 5 months out of the first year, and we still grossed over $600,000.
Wow.
So we knew, like, all right, if we had stock the whole year, the first year, it was insane. Like, we could not keep up at all. Like, we had to, like, really scramble to kind of keep orders coming. Like, second year, we went up 90% after that, did 1.2 million the second year.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's so good.
For sure. Yeah, it was amazing. Like, it was such a gratifying feeling, you know, when that happens. It's like, oh, like, this risk was worth it. Year 5, and we did 1.5 million last year. We're kind of pretty much on that same plateau, but we know that there's some things we can do to increase our sales, increase our visibility, and expanding into retail stores. Like I said, primarily we sell online.
Of course, gross revenue is never the full picture, though. They had to pay for their inventory, and they also traveled quite a bit to sell their product.
So the first year expenses, I mean, it was a lot. I mean, we had to invest in the sneaker cons, because, you know, when you go around, you do 10 different shows, all in different cities. So we had to travel, hotels, flights. Like,
The first year with the sneaker cons, do you remember how much you spent?
they charge you like $20,000 to go to 10 shows. You know, we were in the hole immediately. Like, we're maxing out our credit cards just so we can get out there. But we knew, like, the sales would eventually knock out that debt. Super expensive. Like, I mean, you pay an initial fee of a few $1,000s, but, like, there's certain stages where you have to file different amendments, different, like, clauses. So, like, it's like a $20,000 thing just for one patent, you know. And we have like multiple patents, so design patents, provisional, non-provisional. Like, we didn't even know any of this stuff until
I don't even know what that means.
Right. We had no idea. So it's like we had to get taught this stuff along the way. All that stuff adds up. You know, the expenses were pretty high, but our margins were so good on the product that, you know, we were profitable still, like, even with all the expenses.
Part of their success has been really nailing their social media marketing, and a lot of it is just organic growth. They haven't had to pay for a ton of their marketing, but rather they create their own content. Their Instagram has a really cool style that you'd kind of just want to follow anyway, and the reels are pretty funny.
That was the only way we felt to get our name out there organically. Like, we didn't have money to pay for ads, so we're like, all right, we're just going to bank on organic social and actually being in the community. And it worked out. Like, you know, now we've amassed over 700,000 followers collectively with all of our social platforms. And it started by doing that. There's a lot of things we want to do with Crease Beast. I mean, like, this product is literally just a foundation. Like, growing up, you know, we played basketball, listen to hip hop. Like, that kind of really inspired, like, our fashion. If we had those collabs with, like, the big NBA players or any kind of, like, influencer that's, you know, big into sneakers, that's where we want to take it. Like, the big partnerships, a partnership with Foot Locker, a partnership with the NBA. Like, those are, like, dream circumstances. And Foot Locker has, like, the biggest retail footprint of all shoe stores in the world, pretty much.
Sure, I'm going to put your email down below because you never know who's watching.
Right.
So
Much appreciated.
anyone in those spaces, reach out.
Crease Beast has dramatically changed my life. It's given me more financial flexibility to, you know, get my family in order. It also has given me opportunity to travel the world. In theory, I would love to eventually sell Crease Beast one day. And just, you know, hopefully move on to the next chapter in my life. You know, it's just been great founding my own company, but I have a lot of aspirations outside of footwear in different sectors I want to explore. So it'd be great to one day be a philanthropist and help people like myself, you know, innovate their own products and, you know, give people motivation to create new things. Like, that's my ultimate goal in life.